Fisher Field, home of Baldwin Wallace Baseball, one of the best organizations in all Division III baseball. But today it hosts Release Baseball as they take on the league leader Stark County Terriers. First pitch of the game, runs inside but finds his own. It's an 0-1 count to begin this at bat for Mason Stolt. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon on the inaugural broadcast on the WRCL YouTube channel. On the mound today for Release, Owen Cavey, the freshman going into Ashland. The 0-1 fouled away, so that'll make it now an 0-2 count on the leadoff hitter. Summer League, a great way to get some experience, but also some chemistry. Cavey and his catcher Toth, both incoming freshmen at Ashland University this upcoming year. So let's see what kind of chemistry they can create. One came from Medina, one came from Medina Highland. The 0-2 just misses low. Toth couldn't get the lucky frame, so now it'll be a 1-2 count on the leadoff hitter Stolt. After him, it goes to Caleb Collins and then John Simic, the first baseman. 1-2 count here. Cavey will come set. Now the pitch. Curveball misses off, so what was once 0-2 has been evened up at 2-2. You hear the bells in the background ring out 4 o'clock start, maybe a couple minutes early. It's a 2-2 count, the nod from Cavey and the delivery. Swing and a miss. It's one batter and 1 K for the freshman at Ashland as he gets his day on the mound off in style with a swinging strikeout. It was an excellent use of variability there. Went to the outside corner after attacking the inner on the first 2 pitches and eventually got the batter to chase on an outside curve from 1 up, 1 down as now Caleb Collins, the third baseman, steps up for his first cuts. Swings at 1 inside, so it's an 0-1 count to begin this at bat, just like it was for Stolt. Cavey had a solid season over at Medina, had a couple accolades, including a first-team appearance. The pitch. Center field it goes on a line. Sicario gets underneath it and brings it in over his back shoulder to retire Collins for out number 2. It's a simple play, but a necessary play. Just trailed it over the back shoulder, saw it in the basket, and retired the third baseman. So with 2 away, now up steps John Simic, the first baseman, looking to get something going on the offensive end for Stark County with 2 away. Cavey comes set, nods, and delivers to Toth. Gets the inside corner, an 0-1 count once again. So 3 first pitch strikes in a row from Cavey as he starts to attack early in the count. And it seems mainly he'll go to that inside corner the first couple pitches of the at-bat. Will that be the case this time around? To an extent, yes, but misses low, so I'll make it now a 1-1 count. If Simic is able to do his job and get on base, Ben Himes, the additional hitter, is due up next. Cavey sets on the bump and delivers. Swing and a miss, goes lower than the last pitch and gets him to chase. So now we have a 1-2 count as Cavey looks to retire the Terriers in order. Cavey takes a second, peering in, getting the sign from his catcher Toth. The delivery goes low and smacked into left field. Left fielder gets underneath it and snags it to retire the side. Stark County goes in order. Middle of 1 in Berea. It's a 0-0 ball game as Release will get up to the sticks when we return. As the song made infamous by the now 76ers guard Jared McCain rings out here in Berea, we return in the bottom of the first inning. Still a 0-0 ball game as Release gets up to the sticks for the first time. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon on the inaugural broadcast on the WRCL YouTube channel. Anthony Hutter, the second baseman, steps up to begin the day in the box for Release. First pitch he sees is fouled away into a near parking lot. No cars hit quite yet, but a 0-1 count. Usually around 1 or 2 cars is hit per broadcast in baseball. So let's see what we're going to get today. Hopefully not too many and hopefully not mine. The 0-1 in the zone. Now an 0-2 count. On the mound today for Stark County, Christian Harris, the senior at Kenyon. Not really known in this area, but in Canton was one heck of a pitcher for Canton Central Catholic. An 0-2 count here on Hutter. The pitch misses up and out. Now a 1-2 count. Now time called by the umpire behind the dish. Looks like something off the field, but nonetheless it has been resolved. The 1-2 misses outside, tried getting that corner, but couldn't get the lucky hit. So now a 2-2 count. After Hutter, it goes to Zacario and then L.A. Mighton. Harris looking for his first K of the ball game. Barely misses it just off the plate. So now it's a full count, 3-2. Unlucky not to get the call. No batters have reached base yet. Will Hutter change that? The payoff pitch. Curveball misses well off into the other batter's box. It's a leadoff walk for Anthony Hutter, the second baseman, as Release has life on the base path. And now up steps Zacario, the center fielder, as he steps up for his first cuts of the ball game, looking to get the first hit of the game. The senior at EMU went to Berea Mid-Park, so played his baseball right around here. Bunt down to the right side, a beautiful bunt. No one over at first base. The play is not in time as Harris attempted to cover. It's 2 on with none away after a cheeky little bunt down the right field line. Looks like we're going to see some small ball baseball here from Release. So now up steps L.A. Mighton, the designated hitter. And Mighton, a one-time state champ with Kenston. His story, quite remarkable, was a latecomer, but after emerging on the scene for the Bombers, made an impact in the 2023 campaign that led to them having some silverware over in Akron. The bunt to the left side, the throw from Harris is in time to retire Mighton, but both runners move up. So it's a sacrifice that puts 2 in scoring position with 1 away. And now Michael Ciovolella steps up for his first cuts, 2 in scoring position. So a simple crack of the bat could give Release an early lead. Harris is going to try to work around it. Swing and a miss there, a hefty cut. It's an 0-1 count. Harris needs to be aware of his surroundings. If the ball gets past, he needs to be able to cover, but also cannot give too good of a pitch here as he doesn't want him to get a hold of it. And another hefty cut. It's an 0-2 count after 2 challenging pitches from Christian Harris. After Ciovolella, it goes to Justin Bremner. 0-2 count. Harris looking for a big out, number 2. The pitch misses just off the plate, so now 1-2 count. Maybe in a 3-0 count, that is a strike, but nonetheless, just a smidge off the plate. How does Harris reply? It's a 1-2 count. Now the pitch. Runs inside. Nice block. The back pick down to 3 is not in time. An excellent effort from Grega. Almost got the runner over at third. It was an excellent idea there. He made the scoop, made the block, which is more important, but then caught Hutter in between third and home a little bit too far off the bag. So I'm sure that'll be in the back of his mind as he gets his secondary. So now we have a 2-2 count. The pitch from Harris. Right center field it goes, and it falls in the gap for a base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to send Sicario. The play at the plate is not in time. It's a 2 RBI single for Michael Ciovolella to give Release a 2-0 lead. Good bit of hitting there. Took it to opposite field and found some green grass just barely in the gap. And now Release starting off strong against the league leaders. And now Bremner steps up for his first cuts of the ballgame. Bremner went to Walsh Jesuit and is now a sophomore at Kansas University. Popped up towards right field. It might be playable. It was, just hits into the bullpen. So an 0-1 count to begin this at-bat. After Bremner, it goes to Bransel, the additional hitter. Still only the 1 out on the bunt from L.A. Mighton. The delivery from Harris. Finds the corner, so now an 0-2 count on Bremner. And both pitchers, Harris and Cavey, have done a nice job of starting out at bats on top, getting first pitch, second pitch strike, starting with momentum. They just need to be able to finish on the third or fourth pitch. Doesn't finish on the third pitch, just misses a little in, so we have a 1-2 count. Harris sets and delivers the 1-2, hit off the bat and goes foul over the outhouse. 2 contact, 1 swing and a miss. It's still a 1-2 count here. Harris looking to get out number 2 and get 1 out closer to getting Stark County back at the sticks as they need to make up 2 runs. Harris checks the runner and delivers. Fouled away once again. The third foul ball, all of them favoring the right side. And even if this next pitch is strike 3, it's been an excellent battle from Bremner. The goal right now in the doubleheader is to make Stark County run through pitchers. You want to make sure you see their weaker arms. Now he misses outside, so 2-2. An at-bat that could have been done in 5 or 6 pitches now is slowly but surely becoming a very quality at-bat. The last ball put in play went into right center field. Would not be surprised to see one put there now. Instead, one runs inside and we have a full count, 3-2. Excellent patience and protection from Bremner at the plate. Fouled off a couple, been patient. So now where does Harris go on the payoff pitch as the runner breaks? Fouled away once again. So that is now the 4th foul ball of this at-bat alone. If you're Christian Harris, you have to be a little frustrated. You've thrown challenging pitches, and Bremner's just in the box getting slight contact and keeping himself alive. Runner goes payoff pitch, swing and a miss to get the double play. They do. An excellent chuck from Grega behind the dish, retires the side. It's a double play, strikeout and throw out, but Release puts 2 on the board. End of 1 here in Berea. Release leads it 2-0. Potentially, yes it is. It almost got through and now potentially, yes it is. It almost got through and now Himes is taking off for second base. He is easily in. It looked like it split up the middle, but an excellent play over at short almost got the web jam, but nonetheless a wild throw gives him second base. Maybe that's one where you eat it instead of trying to make the play, but still you have to respect the effort of the shortstop Laird trying to make something happen out of nothing. So now Nathan Grega, the catcher, steps up for his first cuts. Had the throw out to end the first inning. So what can he do in the box with a runner in scoring position? KV checks behind him and delivers, almost hits him as it runs to Lake High School down by Uniontown. Played 38 games, or correction, played 14 games this year and started 9. Added under 100 but had a home run this year, so he has plenty of power. Also a couple RBIs and scored twice. Looks to have a breakout senior campaign with the Purple Raiders this upcoming year. A lot of big names leaving Mount Union, some of their best all-time players. So some of the younger guys will need to step up, and Grega potentially is one of them. KB misses outside on that delivery as he's still trying to work on this at-bat. Grega in no rush to have to swing. It's a 2-1 count. KB checking over that back shoulder, keeping a close eye on Himes. It's in the air over to left field. Ciavola gets underneath it and retires the catcher Grega for out number 1 on a fly. So that is now the second put out on the afternoon, recorded by Ciavola out and left. Now with one away, up steps Ty as he's in for his first cuts. The right fielder, a junior at Lake Erie College, went to Hoover, and this past year batted 167 with 3 RBIs, 4 runs in 12 games, 6 of which were starts. Low pitch that time around, a 1-0 count. KB's going to take a second here. Or the back shoulder looks, and now the delivery. Ground ball, smack left side, and foul. Also out of the reach of the third base coach. So far this summer, seen a couple coaching fielding plays over in the third base box, but not. KV will come set, keeping a close eye over on Himes as he delivers a big secondary, and that one's cut through by Sowers, a hefty cut. He's down to his final strike. KV looking for out number 2. Checks and now delivers. Didn't go. They're going to tag him. They say he did go. So that's the second from KV for out number 2. Heads up play there by Toth to tag and then check the call as it ensured an extra out in favor of releases, or 1 out closer to getting out of the jam. Now Caden Mastery, the designated hitter, steps up for his first cut. Still a runner at second base after the early base hit. Off the bat awkwardly, maybe got a piece of Toth. It's foul nonetheless, so an 0-1 count. Full release in the home half of the inning. Bransel, DeLulo, and Toth due up. Mastery, a junior at Ashland. He's seeing one of his future teammates on the mound and behind him as the catcher. A nice curveball freezes him. An excellent pitch there to now put him down to his final strike, 0-2. KV keeping a close eye still on Himes. The job's not quite done yet. The 0-2 delivery runs well inside. Toth greets it on the right side, but nonetheless, it's in for a ball, a 1-2 count. And now KV can't get too comfortable. Yes, it's a 1-2 count. Yes, he's close to able to get the job done and cannot have a pass ball. Himes is more than willing to take off as he gets a big secondary there. I don't know if you send Himes on the 2-2, but on the 3-2, even though there's no one behind him, I feel like you have to send him and try and make something happen. The 2-2. It's playable. It's a foul ball over to the left side and caught by Collins as he trails well into foul territory to snag it, retiring the side. The leadoff man got aboard and reached second on an error, but nothing else. Middle of 2 here in Berea. It's a 2-0 lead for Release. Bransel, DeLulo, and Toth due up in the home half of the second inning here in Berea as Release finds themselves up 2-0 early, courtesy of a 2 RBI single from Ciovuela. First pitch, foul ball left side from Bransel, 0-1 count to begin his at-bat. Release has been hitting the ball well, getting plenty of power, putting the ball in opposite field. They've been doing pretty much everything right on the offensive end, and the Harvard man in the box looks to continue that trajectory. Low this time around, so that'll even it up at 1-1. Bransel went to Hawken, earned first team honors in the All-Chagrin Valley Conference 3 times, gained Chagrin Valley Conference MVP accolades as a senior, and also had some PBR accolades in high school. Chop to the left side, and it rolls foul at the last second, so now a 1-2 count. In addition to that, this past year at Harvard, batted .400, 8 for 20 with 7 RBIs, 1 double, 1 homer, 2 runs, and 1 stolen bag, and also recorded 8 strikeouts. So just under half of his at-bats were strikeouts, and another under half of it were hits. So he's basically a big contact or strikeout hitter. He goes for the fences. That's just the kind of mindset he has, and the hacks we've seen him take, you can clearly see how that's the case. Here's the 1-2 from Harris. Fouled into the glove of the catcher, Grega, for out number 1. Nice job behind the dish from Grega to hang on to it and make sure the out is indeed recorded. That's now 2 Ks in a row from Harris, and now up steps DeLulo, the shortstop. DeLulo from out by Youngstown went to Poland Seminary High School a couple of years ago, and this past year just graduated, and now will be going to Penn West California PA College. The pitch from Harris. Fouled once again into the glove of Grega. It's not something really talked about in the sport of baseball, but on a bunch of foul tips, you're going to need to make sure your catcher can hold on to the ball. Even when it doesn't matter on 0-1, 0-0 counts, if they're able to hold on to foul tips, it really helps when it matters most. When there's 2 strikes, it's fouled into the glove. You get an easier out opposed to a drop third or just a foul ball that gets them another life. The pitch from Harris, ground ball hit towards the right side, scooped up. The throw to 1 is in time as Broom does his job, sweeping up the ground ball for out number 2. Now here comes John Toth into the box for his first cuts. The catcher hasn't been called upon much yet by Release, but has done his job behind the dish thus far. Toth went to Highland this past year, batted .250 with 8 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, scored 12 times, and had 5 stolen bags in 25 games. His career over with Highland ended at the hands of St. Edward. It was a good game, a tough battle, but just couldn't get the job done in the end. Ground ball chopped to the left side and foul. After Toth, Joey Griffiths, the first baseman, is due up next for Release, and then Hunter McKenzie then back at the top of the lineup. As for Stark County in the next inning, Laird, Kelliker, and Broom due up. Harris sets and delivers, runs well inside, and runs equally in line with Toth's head. Harris once again gets set back on the bump and deliver. Misses off the plate this time, so missed up and in, and now low and out. Griffiths still getting ready in the on-deck circle for Release. Toth looking to get something going with the first 2 batters of the inning retired. This time misses low in the dirt. It's been variance from Harris on the mound this inning, just hasn't quite clipped the zone. Harris takes a second and delivers, fouled away to the backstop. So Toth will now be tasked with straightening the ball out with a full count ahead of him. Given where that ball went, would not be surprised to see him try and push it over the second baseman's head, find that right center field gap, get it in for an oppo taco. Chop foul right below him. Giselle's saying of making sure you hold on to the foul tip. That's not one you really could hang on to. It just bounced right below. Nothing that could have been done. So we continue, still a full count. Harris being worked plenty by Toth. The delivery. Runs inside but finds the zone. Toth thought it was a walk, but in the end, Harris is rewarded his third K of the afternoon. End of 2 here in Berea. Still a 2-0 ball game. Top 3 in Berea, still a 2-0 lead for release. Back in the first inning, both runs were scored, but since then the defenses have held down the fort. The only damage done in the second inning, a leadoff base hit for Ben Himes of Stark County that turned into him reaching second base on an error. But since then, F7, K, P5, K, G4, and a K. It's been solid defense thus far, couple hits, but otherwise, it was that one hit that has made the difference thus far. Bunt shown, but not pulled back in time, as it's an 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on Alex Laird, the shortstop. Laird, a sophomore at Bowling Green, went to Glen Oak and had one hit against Ball State before a season-ending injury this past year. He looks to get back into rhythm in the Summer League to try and amass a good sophomore campaign in the year upcoming. KV getting the better of him so far. It's an 0-2 count, the delivery. Swing and a miss, gets him on 3 straight pitches. It's 1 up, 1 down for the release defense. That's now the third K of the afternoon from KV, who is starting to get some good chemistry with his eventual catcher, Toth. Don't know how many freshmen will start for Ashland this upcoming year. It's kind of rare for them. They like to start the upperclassmen, but if KV can pitch like this and Toth can play the baseball we know he can play, would not be surprised to see them get some run in at some point, maybe 15 games at the lower end of their expected. Here's the 1-0 from KV. Misses low, now a 2-0. Kelliker, this is his home field. The junior at BW went to Dover, played 4 years of baseball there, and now this past year had a 4.15 ERA and 3 Ks in 4.1 innings. KV will set, nod, and deliver. There's the get-right pitch. He was looking as he finds the middle of the zone. And about KV, he just needs to stay in the rhythm. Can't get a couple balls, just needs to stay consistently throwing strikes and challenging pitches. Left field it goes, and once again caught by Cio Voella for out number 2. That is his third put out of the game, 1 each inning thus far. Talk about consistency. Had the 2 RBI single back in the first, 3 putouts. He's putting together a solid performance today in Berea. And now the bottom of the lineup for Stark County is Braden Broom, the second baseman, steps up. The lefty sees the first pitch in the zone. It's a 0-1 count to begin his first at-bat. For release in the home half of the inning, Griffiths, McKenzie, and Hutter due up. KV sets. Toth sets up outside. The pitch runs over the plate, chopped towards the right side, scooped up. And the play is not in time as the hustle from Broom is enough to award him first base. Nice hustle from him. It just kind of chopped on over, and the play wasn't there in the end from Griffiths. So now with the extra life, Stark County sends up Mason Stolt, the center fielder, struck out swinging his first time up. One of the three to fall victim to the K from KV. KV keeps that close eye over at first base, delivers, it runs inside. Toth does a nice job to scoot over and grab it, but a 1-0 count. And that was a good block there from Toth. Doesn't go down and completely block and go on two knees for it. In the end, just scoots for it, stays in an athletic position, and if the runner tried going, had plenty of agility to try and throw him out. Pop-up goes out of play, a little bit over the bleachers, and will bounce towards a couple dumpsters. Foul balls need to be careful here at BW. If one is, for some reason, really smack to the left side, some BW property could get hit. The pitch from KV. Misses well upstairs to just travel a little too high. Wanted it to go down a little bit. Another thing to keep in mind as well is the wind. It's starting to pick up once again. It has come and gone so far this afternoon. So we'll see how much of a factor it plays down the stretch, especially in the later game. The delivery. Ground ball to left side. Plenty of crack off the wood bat, and it skips over DeLulo's glove. Everyone is safe all the way around. Don't know if he clipped it. Going to score it an E6. But now 2 on with 2 away. Caleb Collins, he flew out to center field his first time up. If he can find some green grass, that could potentially lead to Stark County getting one of the runs they need back. For KV, very unfortunate not to be out of the inning after 2 balls put in play that could have been dealt with. First one fouled away to the right side, so he's on it, but it's a 0-1 count. Collins, a sophomore at Penn West University, California, PA. Another player who went to Lake this past year, had plenty of games. The pitch from KV. Right center field it goes. It's trailing on back, but Bremner gets underneath it and snags it to retire the side. 2 on the base path for Stark County, but none cross home. Middle of 3 in Maria. Release still leads it 2-0. Bottom 3 here in Berea. Release currently up 2-0 over Stark County. A couple runners got on for the Terriers, but still no damage. The furthest a runner has gotten was second base. They're going to look to keep it that way, but right now they're going to look to add on to their lead. First pitch of the inning from Harris finds the lower part of the zone. It's an 0-1 count to begin this at-bat for Griffiths. After the first baseman, Hunter McKenzie and Anthony Hutter due up this inning for release baseball. The 0-1 scooped up in the dirt by Greg, so that will even it up at 1-1. 2 0 on the 1-0 count. 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 2 a major storyline throughout this whole game has been the first pitch strike, as a majority of batters have seen a first pitch strike delivered to them. Did he go? No, he did not. So we have a 2-1 count. A nice hold there from Griffiths. Release doesn't have the pressure on them right now to score. They don't need to put a run across the board this inning. However, it would definitely be helpful if they can get a 3 or 4 run lead early, as Stark County, they're a team that knows how to put runs in plenty. There's a reason why they're the #1 team in this league. There's a reason why they're 14-1. The pitch, swing and a miss. Griffiths started off decently in the at-bat, quickly went down after 2 late strikes for out number 1. So Harris now has 4 Ks, and up steps Hunter McKenzie, the third baseman, in for his first cuts. The last hitter before we go back to the top of the lineup. For release, looks to get on the bases with 1 down. Harris sets and delivers. Fouled off the bat, keep it 0-1 count. McKenzie, a rising freshman over at Mount Union, went to Strasburg Franklin High School, batted .303 with 13 RBIs, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 32 runs, and 16 stolen bags in 30 games this past season, and his career with them ended to the eventual state champion in Berlin Highland. Harris will take a second to get ready and now deliver. Misses upstairs this time around. As I mentioned when talking about Grega, Mount Union, a lot of their top players leaving and graduating. So who will be the next to step up? There's plenty of guys in this league that could, but why not be a rising freshman? The delivery from Harris almost hits McKenzie in the head, just ducks and gets out of the way of it. One thing he needs to be careful there is to get the bat down. He got it out of the way enough, but the worst thing possible there would be ducking out of the way and having it clip off the bat for a foul ball. Or even worse, having it somehow get in play. The pitch from Harris, runs inside, he spins out of the way of it once again, and for his efforts, he's rewarded first base. So with 1 away, McKenzie is now on the base path as we go back to the top of the lineup. Hutter steps back up. He walked his first time up. The goal right now, full release, is to make sure McKenzie scores. First pitch of this at-bat in the zone is an 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on the second baseman. For Stark County next inning, Simek, Himes, and Grega due up. The pitch from Harris just misses. A definite good pitch, but not close enough to the zone. That should even it up. Harris once again comes set and delivers. Curveball goes over to short and caught on a line. The throwback to 1 is not in time, but a nice play by Laird to see it into the glove. It was right place, right time. Plenty of power off the bat, but that's out number 2. You can hear the frustration there from Hutter, but it was a perfectly hit ball, but unfortunately right over to shortstop. Nothing he could have done. If it was over the shortstop's head, that could have potentially given third base to McKenzie. It would have been a close play, but nonetheless, an excellent snag to prevent any damage. And the inside quarter is clipped, so Harris is going to ride off the high of that web gem. It's an 0-1 count as Zaccaro steps back in for his second cuts. Had a base hit his first time up. The pitch, chopped foul as it hits him on the leg. So an 0-2 count as LA Mighton awaits in the on-deck circle. I would assume we're going to see Mighton catching game number 2. In full release, it looks like there might be some light action in their bullpen. Harris sets, looks over at first and delivers. Runner goes. It's a high ball. Grega for his second throw out. He gets it. Nathan Grega behind the dish is having a field day throwing out batters. That is the second one he has retired from behind the dish, and the second time he has retired the side. End of 3 in Berea. It's still a 2-0 lead for release. How does Stark County use the momentum from their defense on 2 excellent plays? We will see when we return. Release doing a good job thus far to hold on to their 2-0 lead over Stark County, but the Terriers made two nice defensive plays, starting with an excellent web gem from Laird over at shortstop. So how does that trail into momentum? Unfortunately for them, it doesn't on the first swing as Sicario gets it as it's smacked right to him in center field. It's 1 pitch, 1 away. Himes will now step up for his second cuts. Reached first on an infield base hit. Technically, you could make an argument it wasn't an infield hit based on where the shortstop was when he grabbed it. He got second base on a wayward throw. So what does he do this time around? First pitch he sees is fouled away. It's an 0-1 count. But the momentum that Stark County had going into this inning was pretty good. You had a nice snag over at shortstop and then a throw out from behind the dish. Grega now has 2 for 3 on the day. Technically, as the back pick was attempted down to 3, almost got the runner. But nonetheless, 2 for 3. If that is your statistic from behind the dish of throwing out batters in a game, that is top tier. You don't see that in the MLB. I believe the average is somewhere around 33%. So to be double that is impressive. And that one just hit on the line and snagged over at second base. Hutter gets low for it and snags it for out number 2. So 2 balls put in play with plenty of power, but unfortunately for Stark County, hit directly to the center fielder and second base, respectively. Now here comes Grega back in. Flew out to left field his first time up. Would not be a bad time for him to go yard for Stark County. The pitch finds the zone, an 0-1 count. It seems like that curveball that just dips in is the pitch of choice for KB. It gets called pretty much every single time. Would not be surprised to see him go to it again. He does. Smack to the right side, scooped up over at first base. Griffith does a nice job to turn the glove backwards and see it in to retire the side. We go into the home half of the fourth. Release still leads it 2-0. Halfway through game number 1 of 2 in this doubleheader between Release and Stark County right now. Release, the technical underdogs in this game, lead it 2-0 over the Terriers. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. If you are just tuning in, Stark County only has 1 loss entering play today, but Release looks to change that. First pitch of the inning, fouled off the leg of Sicario. It's an 0-1 count to begin his technically 3rd at-bat, but second one that will count. The reason why this will be his 3rd time in the box, on the last time, there was a throw out over at second base that interrupted it, so he gets a second chance to try and do something in the box. That time it's in the dirt, so that will even it up at 1-1. Sicario, his first at-bat that counted, had a base hit. Sicario, one of the few players that came over to EMU after the coaching change that saw Coach Robbie Britt make the change from Charleston to EMU, and this time in the box, Sicario is hit, so he is awarded first base. The leadoff man is aboard for LA Mighton. And LA Riley Mighton now steps in. The state champ with Kenston looking for redemption. Had the bunt his first time up. That was the first out recorded against Release, but nonetheless it did the job it needed to do as it moved the runners along. The pitch to Mighton. In the zone, it's an 0-1 count to begin this at-bat. Mighton going to Akron next year, was the 8th ranked catcher in Ohio by PBR before the season. Looks to continue to improve as he also had himself a nice little senior season with Kenston that ended over at Twinsburg. Or correction, that went a little bit further. I believe it ended over in Canton. The throwback over to 1 is not in time as Zacaro dives headfirst. Believe that is the first throwback from either pitcher this afternoon. Kind of surprised to see it left this late. Harris coming set and delivers quickly. Fouled away over into the parking lot. Almost hit a tree. After Mighton, Ciavoella and Bremner due up. Harris taking a second, peering on in, and time called by Mighton in the box. Harris takes a second and comes set once again, trying still to keep a close eye on Zacaro. Zacaro starting to dance over at first base. The pitch runs inside, and it freezes Mighton for out number 1. A nice pitch there from Harris. Give him 5 Ks on the afternoon. It just went in the perfect spot where Mighton didn't have enough time to react. That's the same curveball that KV was using to get the first pitch strike call pretty much. This time just a little bit further in, but same pitch essentially. This pitch is skied over the dugout of Stark County. Foul. It's an 0-1 count. The Terriers looking to get out of this inning as soon as possible to get into the 5th, as they would then now have 9 outs to work with before the game is over. Zacaro dances the pitch. Foul just right below. Catcher almost got a piece of it, and piece got him as well. So Greg will have a second to walk it off after the foul tip. A lot of foul contact in today's game from both teams. Release especially. They have been the better team when it comes to working with the contact. They see the ball in the zone. They're able to get a piece of it. Whether it then be fair contact or foul, they're able to eventually straight one out. This time they don't need to, as it misses well outside. Harris has 5 Ks already today. He's looking for his 6th and 2nd in a row. Does he get it? No, he doesn't, as it's cracked off the bat into the parking lot. Bouncing still, and maybe clip a white truck. Maybe or maybe not. Cars fearing for their lives as the more and more foul contact we have, the closer and closer they get to getting hit. And that will now be the 2nd throwback of this at-bat and of the ballgame. Still really surprised to see that Stark County, an aggressive team, not throwing back more often. Another one skied over to the right side and will still go out of play. Hits the tree. That's the reason why BW has that tree where it is. There's a car right underneath it. The tree protects it and also protects a couple people right around it. It's one of the few strategic trees planted right along the right field line. Harris still battling to get out number 2. Zacaro still waiting at first. The curveball dips into the zone, but not going to get the lucky call. It was definitely a close pitch, but just hung a little bit too long. But for the most part, both pitchers, Harris and KV, have had excellent control of their off-speed. Swing and a miss. Gets Ciavoella to cut, and that is out number 2. The 2nd K in a row from Harris, 6th overall. So 2 away, up steps Justin Bremner. Struck out swinging his first time up. Sakaro has been dancing a little bit over at first. Maybe this is the time you send him, but at the same time, you have Grega behind the dish, who's 2 for 2 on throwouts down at second base. In most situations against most catchers, you'd send the runner. But in this one, I don't think you do. Swing and a miss, a hefty cut there from Bremer as he's trying to get a hold of it. Still, one swing in the back can change the game. Full release. Right now, it would double their lead for Stark County if they're able to get a swing in the bat to go and get the ball over the fence. That would get this to be a one-run ball game and make it really interesting. Neither team has really been a scoring team this year. Stark County averaging more runs per game than Release, who's averaging just above 5, excluding the forfeits. But this game was really a first of 5. Runner goes. Does Grega have another one? No, he does not, as the throw is just not in time. Remner barely beats it. Or correction, I believe that is Sakaro. But Grega, even with the foul contact, almost had another throw out. So now 2 for 3 over at second base, 2 for 4 overall. Harris will step off and take a second. Harris has been definitely helped out by his catcher today with those 2 big throwouts, one of them being a part of a double play where he struck out a batter and then the throwout ended the inning, and then another throwout ended an inning as well. So once again, time has been called. Harris, after about a minute since the last pitch, looks ready to throw it. The delivery misses upstairs. Releases dugout trying to say, hit the ball to right center, and that would probably be the best spot to put it in if you're trying to score a run. Also, down that right field line, it would probably be a double. It's blocked in the dirt there by Grega. It keeps the runner home at second base, but once again, Zakaro thought about taking advantage, but made the right decision and stayed put. So now full count, 3-2. Zakaro putting his helmet back on over at second base. It's going to be a big pitch here for Harris as he looks to get out of the inning. Stark County does not want to give up another run. That payoff pitch misses low, so that puts 2 on now with 2 away as Bremner will trot over to first base as now Dominic Bransel, the Harvard sophomore, steps up for his second cuts. Struck out swinging his first time up. A little bit of contact would go a long way. Full release right now, who have a big opportunity to increase their lead. The best opportunity they've had since the first. Smacked on the left field line and just foul. A couple feet to the right and Release would have seen some daylight. Instead it's an 0-1 count after an excellent cut. Harris now knows what he can't throw, and I'd be surprised to see him go low with the curve. See that outside corner? Hit it with a curve. Goes fast to that outside corner, and it's fouled away into the parking lot. So now it's an 0-2 count here on Bransel. DeLulo, the shortstop, due up next. Full release. It's an 0-2 count. What does Harris respond with? He has 6 Ks so far to his name to this inning. Can he strike out the side? The 0-2. Yes, he can. Goes high, and Bransel can't connect. Harris gets out of the jam with 3 Ks. And a 4 here in Maria. Release still leads it 2-0. is a pitching change for release as Owen Cavey's day is done. No earned runs, 3 Ks. He can walk off proud of his performance, hoping to make it a win as his team will be entrusted to get the final 9 outs without him. Now, Colin Lang, the freshman at EMU, steps on the mound. Played for St. Ignatius, so he knows this field very well as the arch rivals of the Wildcats, St. Ed's, play their baseball here at Fisher Field. That is their home facility. He'll be tasked with taking down Sowers, Mastery, and Laird to begin the 5th. The delivery skips past the catcher Toth. But nonetheless, a big call to change pitchers at this point in the game. Cavey was doing a really good job, unless there's something underlying that we're not seeing right now. We'll see how that decision pays off. But in this league, I'm kind of surprised to see how quickly pitchers change, as most of the games that I have seen, pretty much all of them, even if a team is doing really well, the pitchers will change after the 4th inning. But nonetheless, Lang tasked with closing out the game. Skips past Toth, and it's a lead-off walk for Sowers. So that will now put the tying run in the box in Caden Mastery. Release needs to be really careful not to give too many base runners to Stark County. They need to be careful with the pitching. Stark County has some action in the bullpen. Would not be surprised to see Release have some similar action in the bullpen, potentially even for game 2. Lang comes set, now the pitch. Curveball misses upstairs. Toth just can't see it into the glove. Just bounces out. But it's a big opportunity for Mastery as one swing of the bat, if he can send it over the fence, we have a tie ball game. The junior at Ashland has an opportunity. He had 10 home runs his junior and senior year in high school at Sandy Valley, so he has plenty of power and has the power to do it. Just will the pitch present itself that he can take advantage of? Lang sets once again, now the pitch. Runner will go. It's a pass ball after the swing. So now that puts a runner in scoring position for Stark County. Now do we see bunt potentially? I don't know if we see it on this at-bat, but potentially Laird, who struck out his first time up, will he be asked to lay down a bunt? Lang will come set. Takes a second and now delivers. Check swing, runner goes to the left. Actually, they're going to say he goes, and that is the worst decision that Release could have seen happen, as it puts runners at the corners instead of just a runner at third and one away. Instead, it's corners, none away. Once again, just a slight breaking of the plane, but like I said, getting that strikeout actually hurts Release, as it puts a runner at first. So now the mind games can continue of, do you sacrifice that runner going down to 2? Do you throw it down to 2? Do you put 2 in scoring position? Now it becomes a chess match, as Alex Laird has the biggest at-bat of the game thus far for Stark County on his hands. Misses outside, an excellent snag to keep it in front of him. But Release playing with fire right now. They have a 2-run lead in hand, with a tying run stands at first base to go ahead in the box. Now the pitch misses outside as the catcher once again is taking his box. It looks like Release will send someone over to the bullpen. Lang doing what he can to get out number 1. The pitch, swing and a miss, as once again it's going towards that outside corner and low. Lang needs to be careful not to carry one over the zone and have it hang, but at the same time needs to be careful not to throw one past his catcher. Same spot once again, 2 strikes in a row by going to that low outside corner. Now here is the big one. If he goes to that spot, the catcher needs to make sure it stays in front of him and can make a play or snag it. The pitch, fouled away over to the back parking lot. Up next, Nolan Kelliker, who flew out his first time up, will step back in. He flew out to left field, so that might not be enough for a tag, but right field might be. It's a big pitch. Lang delivers, misses outside. It bobbles off the glove of the catcher. The runner goes for 2. And that puts two in scoring position, and there is what I was saying. If that is your drop third, you cannot have that be the case. So now the tying run stands at second base. A base hit to either gap would tie the ball game. Lang will come set in desperate need of out number one. Doesn't get it. He loads the bases as Laird walks. Nolan Kelliker, the left fielder. This is his home field. Can he make it his home field even though his team is technically the away team today? One crack of the bat can change the game. There's a reason why the Terriers are the #1 team in the league. Can they prove it here? One swing of the bat might just. The pitch from Lang, fouled away to the left side. So now an 0-1 count here. It's good contact, just needs to straighten it out, but also needs to be careful to avoid a fielder. We've seen a couple of nice snags in the infield on liners. We could see another one. The pitch from Lang, up the gut and caught over it short. We almost see another double play, but instead it's just the one out as DeLulo sees it into the glove for allowed out number one. It's like the announcers jinx summoned it. I don't think that could have come at a better time given the context of the statements being said right before that. Be careful of a liner to an infielder, and look what happened. Immediately after, boom, exactly what happened, a line out. And Lang starting to settle in now. It's an 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on Broom. Had a base hit his first time up, and after him it goes back to the top. Same scenario, one away, so a grounder could result in a double play. This time it's fouled away towards left field over the batting cages. Got to give a shout out to Release's bench players who are being tasked right now with finding all the foul balls that have gone to the right and now well to the left. They're getting in there plenty of steps. The pitch runs inside, chopped off the bat awkwardly. It'll be a play at the plate potentially. No, at one, it is in time, but a run scores. It's a sacrifice for Braden Broom to make it now a 2-1 ball game with two away. It was good hustle. Initially, the play at the plate would have seemed feasible, but it just broke down at the end. But nonetheless, the tying run now stands 90 feet away from Mason Stolt. Reached on an error his last time up or a base hit depending on how you scored it. The pitch from Lang in the zone. It's an 0-1 count. Full release in the home half of the inning. DeLulo, Toth, and Griffiths due up. Lang once again will come set. Now the pitch. In the zone, it's two quick fire strikes, one in and one out. Lang one out or one strike away from getting out of the jam. Can he do it? The pitch. Sent up into left field, off the glove of DeLulo. Tie game. The go-ahead run will tag and score. Two-run score on a base hit from Mason Stolt to give Stark County a 3-2 lead. How close was Release to getting out of the jam on that play? Just unfortunate. That was right there for DeLulo, just off the glove. He got as high as he could for it. Made an excellent effort, but just hit off the glove. Two-run score. It's advantage Stark. Now up steps Collins. Runner goes. Inside, the throwdown is not in time. I believe it hits the runner after he's already on the bag. You can kind of call it a hard 90 in a way. But now an insurance run stands in scoring position for Stark County. But still, Release was inches away from still having a lead. And now, unfortunately, that means KV's win has now been made a no decision. Lang will set. Now the pitch. Finds the corner. No! Doesn't get the call on the outside corner. A definite frame, but very similar pitches have been deemed strikes earlier. Lang will once again look for out number 3. Chopped towards the right side of the infield. Hutter goes for it. Actually, no, the first baseman goes. Is a play there? No. It's an infield single for Caleb Collins. Hutter went for it, backed off. Griffins went for it and didn't have enough time to flip it over to his pitcher Lang. So it's runners at the corners now with 2 away. Release really should be out of the inning, but now the parade continues for Stark County. This will be the 8th batter of the inning as John Simic, the first baseman, steps up. Has flown out to left and center field thus far. Will he give a call to Bremner and right? Lang sets and delivers. Runner goes and now goes back. It's mind game time on the base path. Lang sets and goes. Runner goes this time. The throwdown is faked, and the runner over at third base sprints on back. Stolt doesn't get too antsy and does his job. Nonetheless, 2 in scoring position once again for Stark County. They've already plated 3 this inning. 2 more await in scoring position. The pitch to Simic. Misses upstairs this time from Lang. And time called, I believe it's an intentional walk. The at-bat was going. Time was called from the dugout of Release as they said, give him first. So now that loads the bases for Ben Himes, a man who has plenty of hustle and plenty of power. Lang will set, and now the pitch. Ground ball left side of the infield. The throw on over to 2 is in time from DeLulo, who retires the side, but not before Stark County plates 3. Middle of 5 in Berea. Release now losing for the first time today. Trails 3-2 and has some work to do when we return. Bottom 5 in Berea. Release has some work to do, trailing 3-2 to the Stark County Terriers. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. The Terriers plated 3 in the top of the 5th. How does Release reply? First pitch of the inning is popped up over to second base. Broom gets underneath it and catches it. It's 1 pitch and 1 away to begin the home half of the 5th. So now John Toth steps back up for his second cut. Struck out looking his first time up, but Release was oh so close to getting out of the inning. DeLulo had an excellent effort over at short, but just wasn't enough to snag the ball. And the new pitcher in for Stark County, it is Jacob Lowry on the bump now for the Terriers. The sophomore at Ohio Wesleyan went to Gilmore Academy and had some accolades there. And in 2024, had a good run of things. Had a .294 opponent batting average, 32.1 innings pitched, 6.4 ERA. Popped up to the right side of the infield over at first base and caught in fair territory or foul territory by Simic for out number 2. And now Joey Griffiths, the first baseman, steps up for his second cuts. Struck out swinging his first time up. The Stark County defense has settled in nicely to the home half of the 5th and is still riding off the high of the 3-run 5th. Lowry works quickly. Swing and a miss, a hefty cut. Makes it now an 0-1 count. The next pitch, ground ball goes to the left side, scooped up over at third. Collins throws across the diamond, and it's in time as Semex scoops it at first to retire the side. Release goes in order. End of 5 in Berea. Stark County flips the game on its head and leads it 3-2. Top of the 6th here in Berea. If you're just tuning back into the game after tuning out for a little while, you missed a couple of things in the 5th. Stark County, 3 runs unanswered, now leads it 3-2. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. First pitch to Grega is in the zone. It's an 0-1 count to begin the 6th. Grega, Sowers, and Mastery do up this inning for Stark County as they look to get a little insurance for their pitcher Lowry. The pitch from Lang is skied behind us, well out of play. But the game seemed to be a stalemate after the first. The 2 runs put on the board by Release was the only damage done for a while. A lot of defense played, a lot of grounders, a lot of strikeouts. But last inning, Stark County got some momentum and took advantage of the new pitcher Lang and made something happen. The 0-2 misses upstairs, makes it now a 1-2 count. Grega in the box, 0-2, but behind the dish. 2 big throwouts, including being the second part of a double play to end an inning. He has played one heck of a game so far today. The 1-2. Right center field it goes. It's a gapper for Nathan Grega as he is going to attempt to go to 2. In the end, he puts on the brakes. It goes back to 1, but that will do. It is a leadoff base hit for Nathan Grega as he sends it to right center field. That's exactly what Stark County needs, someone to continue the rally and continue adding runs. Grega did it behind the dish, and now offense. For most people, it would be an oppo taco, but for the lefty, that's just where the ball naturally goes. And he will have a pinch runner, so he can go take a rest, take one out of my book. Maybe it's the Nathan name of getting a pinch runner as a catcher. So now up steps Ty Sowers, a K and a walk thus far. Shows bunt. Believe he pulls it back, so now makes it a 1-0 count. Looks like Stark County has a player show up, potentially be their pitcher for game number 2. Bunt once again being shown. It's dropped down to the left side. The throw over is in time for out number 1 as the play is there to retire Sowers. I believe that is a new player. Yes, it is. It's William Heisler, the freshman at Akron, who made the play as he is now in the game for Hunter McKenzie. So now, After that play, up steps Caden Mastery with a runner in scoring position. Lang checks and delivers. It's skied. It's coming right for us, and it's going to miss a little bit to our left, and just clearing the home side bleachers. Couple chuckles or sighs of relief from over there as it got really, really close to hitting a couple people. Baseball is probably the most dangerous spectator sport. The pitch misses upstairs once again. Lang continues to try and attack the upper echelon of the zone, but still can't find the rhythm he's looking for. He can get a couple strikes or a couple foul balls, but hasn't been able to really settle into the ballgame. And once again, misses up and out. Right now, it'd be beneficial for him just to take a second, step out, get back on the mound, and regroup. That would be really beneficial for him to try and get a rhythm. The pitch. Smacked into center field. It's going plenty back, and it is still in play. It just clips off the fence. It is a double. The runner will be sent. The play at the plate is not in time. The head first slide is enough. It is an RBI double for Caden Mastery to make it now a 4-2 ball game. He got really close to sending it over the center field fence. That was a big hit for the Terriers. It almost went out for a ground rule double, but don't tell it to the pinch runner. He just kept going, in the words of Forrest Gump, and for some reason, just started running. And running he did, sliding head first into home. Gets Stark County 1 run closer to winning the game. Laird sees the first pitch strike, 0-1 count. This game has flipped on its head. Going back to the fourth, it was a 2-0 lead for release, but 4-run swing makes it a difference. And a swing and a miss, that pitch trilling well into the other batter's box. But a good variance there from Lang. He can't be afraid to try and continue to experiment with pitches. Just because right now the game isn't going the way you want it to doesn't mean you pitch conservatively. You have to make something happen. And make something happen he did as he freezes Laird for out number 2. This went outside. The curveball looked like it potentially could break outside, but instead just broke in the perfect spot of the zone. That is the exact get right pitch Lang needed, and now he's 1 out closer to getting out of the inning. But now Kelliker steps back into the box. So far today, yet to get a hit. Not going to change on that swing as he hits a building. Maybe around 10 feet above a window, but nonetheless 0-1, and that won't be added to his BW tuition quite yet. Still plenty of swings to add something to the price. The pitch. Left field it goes. It just gets through for a base hit. They're going to send the runner. Mastery will try and score from 2. And exactly what they need. It's skied. It is playable. Lang will go for it. Called off by Griffiths, who makes a play from 1 to retire the side, but not before the Terriers add 2 more runs. It's 5 runs unanswered across 2 innings for Stark County, who will take a 5-2 lead in to the home half of the 6th. The new third baseman, Will Heisler, will step up for his first cuts as we're back on in the home half of the sixth. Curveball perfectly finds the zone from Lowry. 0-1 count to begin this at-bat. 2 runs scored in the sixth for Stark County. They now lead it 5-2. That one fouled away by Heisler. Will Heisler, the first task with breaking down Lowry. Hit to the left side, bounces right in front of the shortstop. That's going to be a tough play to make, and it is not in time. It's an infield single for Will Heisler to get the inning underway for release. Nice bit of hitting from him. Almost snuck it through, but still a nice play made over at short to keep it in the infield and prevent potentially extra bases. Now we go back to the top. Anthony Hutter, the second baseman, back up for his third cuts. Walked and a line out thus far. Release is going to need some runs now if they want to get back in this game. They don't want to save the final 3 runs to tie it up for late. The pitch from Lowry misses just a little bit low, making now a 1-0 count. Release has some action in the bullpen, but could potentially be for game number 2. The pitch from Lowry skips past the catcher Grega. His first real sin behind the plate gives second base to Heisler. So now how will that runner in scoring position make an impact? Releases coach over at third base just trying to spark a rally in his team, just trying to ignite a flame of passion. The pitch from Lowry, and it might have worked. It falls in for a base hit into right field. They're going to hold the runner Heisler up at third base, but nonetheless, it's a base hit for Hutter, and now puts runners at the corners with the tying run now in the box. So no time will be called as a player will be tasked with getting the elbow guards. It'll be Hunter McKenzie, the old third baseman, coming back in, potentially be a first base coach as well. But here comes Gianno Zuccaro. A base hit, a walk, and a stolen bag to his name. High first pitch, 1-0 count. This is a pivotal at-bat for release, potentially the most important of the game. As depending what happens here, they could get 1 run closer to tying it back up or have 2 outs. Misses low, so a 2-0 count. And if not Zuccaro, it would go to L.A. Mighton, who could potentially have the bases loaded for him. That is where championship experience will be necessary. Lowry sets the pitch. Misses outside. It's a 3-0 count now. Mighton awaiting eagerly on deck. Lowry needs a get-right pitch. Would not expect to see a swing here. The 3-0 misses outside. He walks Zuccaro on 4. Will Stark County call a time? Will call time? Yes, they will. As Grega will go and talk to his pitcher. Stay tuned after this game for game 2 of our doubleheader, as release will once again take on Stark County. It's going to be another big game. Stark County basically has their division wrapped up going into the playoffs. Release still has some work to do with Premier knocking on the door right behind them. To stay up to date on all the games I'm covering, follow Smee Sports on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date on all the action in the WRCL, follow the WRCL on Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to the WRCL YouTube channel at WRCLBB and enable push notifications to be notified when we go live. It's a big at-bat here for L.A. Mighton, the former Bomber. Can he hit a bomb? If he does, release would regain the lead. The pitch from Lowry. Thought about it, but doesn't offer it. Would have been a good pitch. It's a 0-1 count. So how does Lowry respond on the mound? No outs, the bases juice behind him, his back against the wall. 1 wrong pitch could change the game. The delivery. Thought about it again as the curveball just clips the zone. It broke at the perfect point. That was an excellent delivery from Lowry, as it did exactly what he needed to do. Presented itself down the middle and broke out. It's an 0-2 count on Mighton. What can he do? The pitch. Ground ball chopped to the left side. This could be trouble. 6, 4, not 3, as they don't get him at first. Mighton gets 1 run across and avoids the double play to make it now a 5-3 ball game. It was definitely a bang-bang play over at first base. Wait, actually, are they saying the runner at second is safe? Wow. So no one is out. Technically, it's an infield single on the attempted fielder's choice. Everyone is safe. It's a 2-run ball game. How does this make an impact in the final box score? Now, time called. Stark County, they're going to have a mound visit here. And you really can't blame Coach Willoughby as he's going to want to go and talk to his pitcher, Lowry. I thought they had him at second base. It was close. It's bang-bang. Both of the plays were bang-bang. I believe the call at first base was right. LA was definitely safe. But either way you look at it, what hustle was shown by LA Layton. There's a reason why he's with Kenston. That Kenston team was tough. They weren't supposed to go nearly as far as they did. Same thing could be said about this year. Well, they had plenty of grit and grind, and there's a reason why they made it so far. A lot of people expected them to lose to Lake Catholic semi of that year, but no, they went past them, went past a bunch of teams, and after going a little bit above 500 in the regular season, turned into a state champ in Division II after a great showing in Akron. This year, they got close. Their year ended. I don't know exactly who it ended against, but I believe it ended in regionals in Canton. They made an excellent effort to get as far as they did. But a new noodle on the mound for Stark County. We'll step aside. It's a 5-3 ball game, but anyone can still win it. New pitcher on the mound for Stark County. It's a big time. Mason Tackett, the sophomore over at Ashland, went to Midview High School, so played his high school ball not too far from here. He is tasked with settling things down, bases loaded, none away, and a 2-run lead in hand for Stark County. The tying run stands at second, and the go-ahead run in LA Layton stands at first. Cio Voella had a 2 RBI single back in the first. Can he do it again? It's a 1-0 count. Now the pitch. Finds the corner. That will even it up. You can hear their coach giving instruction. He has been vocal the whole game. Haven't really heard their bench, but their coach has definitely willed this team back into the game with his encouragement. And for the most part, it's worked. Swing and a miss. The curveball gets him to chase. It was a big cut, and once again, the curveball does what it needs to do. It's a different pitcher, but it presents itself down the middle and breaks at the right moment. It'd be a big out to get for Stark County to regain the one they thought they had at second base. The pitch from Tackett. Outside, just misses. I I don't mind that pitch at all. I don't mind trying to challenge. You're up by 2. If the roles were reversed, 5-3, no. I don't really like the idea of throwing outside and low, as if it skips past, it's a 6-3 game. But in this case, you have the 2 runs in hand. The pitch from Tackett. Misses outside, it skips by. That's what I was talking about. The play at the plate from Grega is not in time. It's a 5-4 ball game, as reading the down angle results in a run. It wouldn't be a broadcast of baseball or softball if I didn't preach reading the down angle. The amount of times I heard that in 2 years of high school baseball, I'd be rich if I had a dime for every time I heard it. And there's just another example. It doesn't go away. It's a 5-4 game. The tying run now stands 90 feet away for release. Tackett still looking for out number 1, the infield in. The pitch. Fouled away to the backstop. One swing of the bat can change the game. Bremner in the on-deck circle. Tying run 90 feet away. The go-ahead run in scoring position. Tackett will come set. The pitch. Curveball. Ground ball left side. It goes over to short. The play at home. It's a rundown between third and home. They throw to 3. Not in time. There's still a rundown going on. It's back home. It's a foot race back to the bag at 3. Is the tag there? Yes, it is. So 1 out is there. 2 in scoring position and a lot of confusion, but the right play made nonetheless by Laird, as he thought about throwing to 1, but saw the runner break from 3 through home. Excellently executed there from Stark County. Everyone was where they needed to be, and they made something happen and got out number 1. Regardless of the outcome, you can tell just how well coached this team is and how well coached Release is. It has been a tactical masterclass in the beginning of the game, and now it's kind of a free-for-all almost. And here we go. It is an intentional walk, as Bremner will take first, and Bransel, the Harvard man, 0 for 2 on the day, will step in. So Bransel, it's an opportunity for him to be a hero for Release. 0 for 2 thus far. But all it takes is 1 swing of the bat, 1 for 3, and a go-ahead run. Wouldn't be a shabby way to end game 1 for him. Tackett will come set. The pitch. Misses outside. Grega goes to greet it and make sure it doesn't sneak past him. It's a 1-0 count. And now even more important were those throwouts from Grega. The on-deck circle is DeLulo, the shortstop. Tackett sets once again. The pitch. Misses outside. It gets past Grega. The play at the plate could determine it. And it goes wide left. We have a tie game as Mighton reads the down angle and steals home. There is the championship pedigree shown from LA Mighton. Unfortunate there from Stark County. It just snuck behind Grega. He has done all he can today, still doing all he can. It just wasn't enough to get a piece. We have a tie ball game in Berea. It's an exciting one. The intentional walk will not pay off. The pitch. In the zone, a good get-right pitch there from Tackett. It seems like hours ago that Christian Harris and Owen Cavey were on the mound dealing for their respective sides, as now each team is on to either their second or third pitcher. Tackett sets and delivers. Finds his zone once again. 2 strikes in a row there. Bransel needs to protect, put something in play. A fly out will do. If you can get a runner to tag and take the lead, that's all you can really ask for. You want to have a run in hand because Stark County will do all they can to put one on the board in the top of the 7th. The pitch. It was booted in, but blocked by Grega. It was dangerous the way it hit the ground, but excellent composure behind the dish from Grega to snag it. If it was cricket, that could technically be a strike. Bounce right in. But nonetheless, we play on still 5-5. Tackett looking for a loud out, number 2 with the bases in. The base is now loaded. 2 walks in a row, and now DeLulo steps up. It's a big at-bat. Infield will remain in for a time, and now it appears only first base will be on the cut of the grass. Second and short will go back to normal. Third will play near the bag. It's a force at home and a force at one. That is the play that the Terriers hope they can cook up. DeLulo, one swing of the bat away from giving Release back the lead. And he'll start down in the count, 0-1, a nice pitch there on the outside corner. The outside corner has been getting the favorable calls all afternoon, so would not be surprised to see it be attacked here by Tackett. Tackett sets and delivers the 0-1. Grega has to block it with the back pick. That will even it up. Tackett playing with fire, going low. So now 1-1 count, one away. The base is loaded behind Tackett. What does he have in store? The pitch. Right field it goes. Will it fall? It's caught for out number 2, the tag. The relay is non-time. It's a sacrifice fly for Ryan DeLulo to give Release back the lead, 6-5. All he had to do was put the ball in the outfield and get the job done, and it worked. Hit it to right field, plenty deep enough for a sacrifice fly. And now Release leads it 6-5. And now we go back to John Toth, the catcher. 0 for 2 on the day, but still 2 on for him to work with. Stark County has put all 5 of their runs on the board in the last 2 innings, so this game's still far from over. Tackett sets and delivers. Misses outside. It's a 1-0 count. Stark County, no action in the bullpen. You really can't blame them at this point. There's still another game to play after this. You can't run through your whole bullpen in one game. Tackett sets once again. Now the 1-0. Misses low, so a 2-0 count. Griffiths, the first baseman, due up next for Release. Still plenty of work to do on both ends. Stark County needs to get a run back. Release wants to add a couple more runs to feel more confident with their advantage. The delivery. Curveball misses off the plate, a little bit too much break. Tackett will take a second. Just wanting to find the zone and get a get-right pitch. Does he get it? Yes, he does. It's a big battle at the plate. Stark County does not want to load the bases back up once again. They want to get back to the sticks. They feel confident in their lineup that they can do it. They have some good hitters coming up. A big block there by Grega. The back pick. Not in time. It loads the bases, but Grega snag prevents another run from scoring. Bases juiced once again, and now up steps Joey Griffiths. We might have a pinch runner here. I think we will. Time being called, we should. Do we? Yes, we do. There it is called. So Release will pinch run with 2 away. Probably the right decision. DeLulo will go on the bases. The bases are loaded for Joey Griffiths. It's a 6-5 ball game. 1 run might not be enough to beat Stark County, but a couple more might be. The pitch from Tackett. It's low, 1-0 count. And now Tackett needs to avoid walking home a run. This game seemed destined to be a quick one, but now we are nearing the 2-hour mark. Time is called as Greg will go and talk to his pitcher to try and settle him down. Once again, stay tuned after this as we have game 2 of our doubleheader as Release will do battle with Stark County once again in the battle of the 2 division leaders. To stay up to date on all the games I'm covering, follow Smee Sports on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date on all the action in the Western Reserve Collegiate League, follow the WRCL on Twitter, and finally subscribe here to the WRCL YouTube channel at WRCLBB and enable push notifications to be notified when we go live. It looks like we might have a call to the bullpen, and we will for Stark County. They trail 6-5 against Release. We'll be back on in a minute after the pitching change. Stark County's call to the bullpen summons Caden Smith, a sophomore at Malone, went to Carrollton High School, and this past year, 0.00 ERA in 3 appearances, 2.1 innings pitched with 3 walks and 1 strikeout, opponent batting average of 300. He'll be tasked with getting the final out here of the bottom of the 6th. His first pitch is low but in the zone, an 0-1 count to begin this at bat as we are back here in Berea. Release leads at 6-5 over Stark County. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening if you are just tuning in. The pitch. Once again in the zone, 2 quick strikes. After Griffiths, it will go to Heisler and then to Hutter. Griffiths is the last player on Release not to bat this inning. So Heisler would be back at the top of the lineup this inning, but the lineup overall, 0-2. Just misses off the plate, so a 1-2 count. For Stark County next inning, it will be the top of their lineup due up. They're going to need to make something happen with 3 outs to work with, down by 1. Smith sets and now delivers the 1-2. Curveball runs inside and dies at the last second. Makes it now a 2-2 count. Bases loaded, 2-2 count, 2 away. Smith looking for a big out for Stark County. The pitch. misses low. Actually, it's a full count. That walks a runner home. So that is technically an RBI walk to make it 7-5, but I don't know. That looked pretty good. But nonetheless, walk awarded. It's a 7-5 ball game, but that looked like a very similar pitch to the one that we saw earlier on in the at-bat. But nonetheless, we're back to the top of this inning. Grega skips it to his right, but keeps it in front. It's a 1-0 count. The magic number for release would probably be eight runs. 8-5, I feel like they can hold on to that 3-run lead. 2-run lead, I don't know if that's safe against the Stark County team. The pitch from Smith, smack right side and foul. If Heisler can put one in play like he did at the beginning of the inning, that would be huge for release. Try and get someone home. The pitch misses outside. Still trying to paint the corners as Smith wants out number 3, but doesn't want to give too good of a pitch. Smith will attack once again. Curveball just drops into the zone. An excellent pitch for strike 2. He needs one more strike to get out of the big jam. Hutter awaits on deck. The pitch skips past Grega once again. This could be the 8th run, and it is. Another pass ball results in another run for release. They now lead it 8-5, and that might be enough. So now that takes some pressure off of Heisler. Is now a 3-run ball game in favor of release. The pitch from Smith. Smacked right side of the infield, scooped up over at second base. The throw to 1 is in time from Broom to retire the side, but not before release scores a whole bunch. End of 6 here in Maria. Release leads it 8-5. The Terriers have 3 outs to work with to avoid their second loss of the year. Stark County has 3 outs to work with to avoid dropping a game for the second time this year. The 14-1 Terriers looking to get the 3 runs back. They need to tie this ball game up after giving up a bunch in the bottom of the 6th. release. They have looked really good. They're looking for win number 12 on the year as the playoffs are a couple of weeks away. I am Nathan Smee. The call for you this evening, if you are just tuning in here to our inaugural broadcast here on the WRCL YouTube channel. Mason Stolt, Caleb Collins, and John Simek do up this inning for Stark County, and they're the three tasked with keeping this game alive. And a new pitcher in full release, Will Heisler. He came in to play third base earlier, but now will be on the bump to try and get the save. It's a 1-0 count after the first pitch ran way inside. The pitch right down the pipe. That will even it up at 1-1. Once again, stay tuned after this game as we have game 2 of our doubleheader. Another one right down the middle. Stolt had a 2 RBI single his last time up. Just needs to pull the trigger on one of those pitches. It's a 1-2 count. Can Heisler get his first K on his first batter? Smack left side and foul. It's protect time in the box for Stolt. If it's close, just try and put it in play. That's all he has to do. The 1-2 misses well outside. So good patience shown from him. That evens it up at 2-2. Heisler wasting no time, deals, misses upstairs, almost hits the helmet. That makes it now a full 3-2 count. It's a big pitch upcoming. Heisler does not want to walk the first man aboard. Fouled away instead. So Heisler will have to deal the 3-2 once again. So we'll see the 3-2 count once again. The payoff pitch misses outside, so it's a leadoff walk for Mason Stolt as Stark County gets the inning off well. So now with one man on, Caleb Collins steps into the box. Simek would then be the tying run. The throwback is quick, but not in time. Still very few throwbacks from the pitcher's mound today. Maybe seeing 3 or 4 the whole ball game. Would not be surprised to see that change right now. The pitch right down the middle. That is the 3rd strike taken by Stark County. That has looked really, really intriguing. They just need to pull the trigger, put something in play, and make something happen. The 0-1, nice block behind the dish from Toth. Blocks will become a big part of this game. It might be the difference as Grega had a couple skip past them. Weren't really as false as they were wild pitches, but nonetheless, still had a few skip by. The pitch. Left center field it goes. Does it fall in the gap? Yes, it does. A big hit from Caleb Collins. He will attempt to go to 2, and he is in with a no-out double to put 2 runners in scoring position, and now that will bring up the tying run. Stark County is back in business. Like I said, all he has to do is pull the trigger, and what does he do? Ropes it into the left center field gap. 2 in scoring position for Stark County. Simek steps up, intentionally walked his last time up. Would not be surprised to see him aggressively swing at a pitch after feeling a little bit disrespected being gifted first base. A nice block behind the dish prevents a run, but that'll be a 1-0 count. There's a reason why when Stark County was trailing 6-5 that I said, not so fast. This game is still far from over. 8, I believe, is still the magic number. If these 2 runs score and that's it, it's 8-7. The pitch. Finds the outside corner on the frame. They'll even it up. Heisler looking for the save and has settled the game down. He sets and delivers. Foul tip into the glove. The on-deck circle is Himes, the additional hitter. He puts something in play. Swing and a miss. It's low. It's a drop third. The throw down to 1 is in time. Runner stays put over at 3. Well, that's 1 out. Release needs 2 more to go. For the first K of the day from Heisler. And now here comes Himes. Still would be the tying run, the go-ahead run in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Misses low. It's a 1-0 count. Patience is key, but he needs to take advantage if there is a good pitch presented to him. The pitch from Heisler. That was the pitch. Maybe a little bit inside, but that was one he could have turned on. But nonetheless, that evens it up at 1-1 with Grega awaiting in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Thought about it on the outside corner, framed in. Once again, that outside corner has been getting the favorable call all afternoon. Heisler will set. Thought about it, but blocked and low. A lot of pullback swings today and a lot of attempted pullback swings as now we're officially 2 hours into the game. The pitch blocked once again. An excellent job behind the dish. A couple of runs could have easily scored by now without the blocks. Loading the bases would not be necessarily the worst thing for release. And they will load the bases as Himes will take first. The bases loaded now gives them an opportunity for a double play to end the game. But here comes Grega, 1 for 3 on the day, had a base hit, 2 throwouts early in the game. What does he have to end game 1? Heisler will set. Now the pitch. Once again, a good pitch into the zone, nothing in 1. It's about pulling the trigger. 1 down, a double play would end it. The pitch from Heisler misses up and out. That evened it up at 1-1. Just trying to dot the corners. Sowers awaits in the on-deck circle for Stark County. They need 3 to tie, 4 to lead. Misses low. That makes it now a 2-1 count. Heisler trying not to walk home a run. Grega trying to be patient in the box. The 2-1. Misses up and out. It's a 3-1 count. A big pitch upcoming here for release. It's either going to be a 3-2 count, a ball put in play, or a 2-run ball game. The 3-1 misses out. It is going to be a 2-run ball game as that walk will be an RBI walk for Grega. Make it now 8-6. And now time will be called. Release's coach is going to go and talk to his pitcher on the mound. Reminder to stay tuned after this for game 2 of the doubleheader as once again Release will take on Stark County. It's going to be a great encore game. Game 1 has already brought plenty of drama. 2-0 through 4 innings. Starting pitchers pulled, and then the monsoon of runs came. 12 runs combined in the last, what has it been now? Just over 2 innings. It has been some great baseball down the stretch. Has it been scrappy baseball? Yes. Small ball? Yes. Error-filled. You can even say error-filled. But it has been good. A couple key plays making differences. A couple pass balls. We thought the deciding factor of this game originally was going to be DeLulo not being able to convert on the catch over at short that resulted in 2 runs. But right now, Release leads it by 2. It will be a pitching change for Release. So I believe they're going to bring on Joey Griffiths to finish out the game and attempt to get the save. We'll step aside. Release leads it 8-6 with the Terriers in threatening position. here we go. 8-6, one away in the top of the 7th. Joey Griffiths is now tasked with steadying the ship for release. The tying run standing at second base for Stark County. Smack left side and foul. It's an 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on Ty Sowers. After him, it goes to Caden Mastry, who already has an RBI double to his name. There's still some action in the Stark County bullpen. Could potentially be an arm we see in the next game or in this one. The pitch from Griffiths. Curveball just dives into the zone. An excellent pitch from him with plenty of break. If you're just tuning in, a 2-0 game heading into the 5th. 12 combined runs gives us an 8-6 thriller. The pitch from Griffiths. Left field it goes! Foul. Plenty of crack on that baseball. If it was straightened out, you might as well say goodnight to it. So that might play a small factor, a small role into what Griffith throws next. The pitch. Curveball misses upstairs. But Griffiths definitely has to be careful with what he offers to Sauer. He cannot allow him to straighten that baseball out. If he does, then the Terriers will have plenty to celebrate. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The high heat gets him for out number 2. Stark County down to their final out. But a hefty cut almost got the job done. So here we go. Stark County, 2 away. The tying run stands at second base, and up steps Caden Mastry. He already has a double thus far. What can he do now? Curveball, that might have been the pitch to turn on. It's an 0-1 count. Griffiths takes a deep breath and deals the 0-1. Thought about it. Did he go? No, he did not. You pretty much see the whole release defensive unit sigh as they have a case that he went. But nonetheless, it's a 1-1 count. How does Griffiths reply on the bump? Misses low, it skips out to the right. The runners stay put, but a nice cover nonetheless. But by booting it to the right, that gave an opportunity for a play if the runner came. So now a 2-1 count. Release trying to avoid walking home another run. The pitch. Fouled off the knee. Maybe a little bit lower on the leg, but nonetheless fouled off him. Release for a split second thought they had their final out. So once again, Mastry will reset. It's going to be another big pitch here from Griffiths. Has 1 K in 1 batter. Can he get another and end the game? The pitch. Curveball chopped foul once again. Stark County down to their final strike. In the on-deck circle is Alex Laird. One swing in the bat could end it or could give new life to Stark County. The pitch from Griffiths. Blocked behind the dish. A big block nonetheless. It's a full count, 3-2. This is what dreams are made of. Top 7, 2 away, a full count. 8-7 or book it. What do we see? The payoff pitch. Curveball finds the corner on the frame for strike 3 to end the game. Joey Griffiths does the job and gives Release the 8-6 win. What a pitch on the outside corner. Maybe framed a decent amount, but nonetheless, it found the zone. An excellent pitch, an excellent way to end the game. Release looked really good. A lot of walks in the end ended up being the difference. We'll step aside here for the next 20 minutes as we get ready for game 2 of our doubleheader. If you're just watching game 1, I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your afternoon with me here at Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. Have a good day, everyone, and see you back in 20 minutes for game 2.